We do want to bring in a national trial attorney, Donte Mills, now on this to take a closer look at the legalities. Donte, it's always good to see you, and I want to start with the signature. How can the Presley family prove that Lisa Marie did not borrow money from this lender? This is not, in fact, her signature.
Absolutely, Natasha. Good to see you. So let's just break this down so everybody understands it clear. Lisa Marie Presley was the sole owner of this property, and she had the right to use it as collateral. The claim is that she borrowed $3.8 million from this company. She put up that property and the surrounding estate as collateral for it. They have to show that they gave her the money. If they gave her the money and she did not pay it back, which is what the allegation is, they then have the right to foreclose on it. Now, the Presley family, and in fact, Elvis Presley's granddaughter, who now controls the estate, is saying that document is not valid because they spoke to the notary who reportedly was present when Lisa Marie signed it, and she said she never met her. I'll tell you this, just because that notary says she never met her does not mean that this contract is not valid. There are things like substantial performance or reliance where the court can say Lisa Marie Presley took the money with the understanding that she was putting the house up as collateral. So whether or not the notary signed it or the notary was present, it doesn't matter. The court can still say that. However, what the court is saying is this property is too important. It's too important to the public. And the one thing you have with real property is you can't duplicate it. So if this property is allowed to be sold and it turns out that the agreement was not valid, there's no way to just say, okay, we'll start another property here on this site, start another Graceland on a different site. So the court is saying, just put the brakes on it. Let's hold off. Let's flush this out, because once a decision is made, if the property is sold and say they do something to it, tear it down or something like that, there's no way to get it back.
This is really interesting. Donte, this is so interesting. So, I mean, as a layperson, I think it really helps that with that court document identifying that notary, Evan Lambert called her, her name is on this loan paperwork, and she is saying so publicly, I never even met Lisa Marie. I never notarized any documents for her. Isn't that the whole point of a notary? If she says that she wasn't there, she's never met her, she's never seen these documents before, I mean, isn't this case closed? Isn't this done?
No, because if you think about it, Lisa Marie Presley did sign the agreement and she did take the money, then she went through with her portion of the deal. And how can you then say, well, you gave someone $3.8 million in exchange for something, but because the notary wasn't correct, they get to keep your money and you don't get anything in return? The court really looks at balance. And I know we're talking about Graceland, it's important, but the court doesn't want to look at balance. If she took money and didn't pay it back, and there was something that she promised in exchange for it, those people are entitled to it. Now, the notary public is there because it makes it easier to prove that that's the actual signature if somebody vouches for it. That's what a notary is. They vouch for identification, but there's other ways to show that. And the court won't just necessarily invalidate an agreement if Lisa Marie Presley signed it, but they will have to show in other means or other ways that it was, in fact, her signature.
I see. So, Donte, does this look like then following the paper trail, the money trail, and seeing if that more than $3 million hit an account that belonged to Lisa Marie? Is that how this looks?
Absolutely. And I think that's going to be the easiest thing to do. This company, if they gave her $3.8 million, they'll be able to show it, right? That they either wired it to her, gave her a check, whatever means they used to give her that money, they will be able to show that and show that she was a willing participant, that she was participated in this agreement. And the family is going to have to come back and either at that time try to make them whole and pay them back, or figure out what they can do to keep this property in their family. 600,000 people visit Graceland every year. It brings money to that state, that town. So they want to keep this in the family, but Lisa Marie had the right to put it up as collateral. And if she defaulted on the loan, then the company has the right to foreclose on it.
Yeah, and
thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.